We are down to the last 2 episodes of Top 10 as we know it on Screw Attack before it becomes Top 10 as you know it on The Know, because the show's not changing. I'm still going to be there, and I know you're going to be there too, to watch all new episodes of Top 10 on The Know. I'll see you there. As 2018 winds down, this is the perfect time to look back at the year in gaming. There were so many great games that came out this year, but only the 10 best are going to make this list. Look out, Jeff Keighley. I'm Nervous Nick for Screw Attack's Top 10 Games of 2018.
Number 10.
Given my long and extensive history of breaking everything I touch, I will probably never allow myself to drive an exotic car. Or at the very least, I will never drive one while drifting at like 100 miles an hour. But that's where games like FORZA Horizon 4 come in and give us the next best thing. For the car aficionados, you got 420 licensed vehicles to customize to your heart's content. For people like me who couldn't care less, we've got the freedom to drive around a virtual recreation of the United Kingdom and smash through walls with a $40,000 battering ram on wheels. And in keeping with series tradition, Forza Horizon 4 is astonishingly beautiful, especially in motion. It makes it that much easier to get lost in the world as you cruise the countryside. Or tear through it like a madman.
Number 9.
I think it's pretty fair to say that VR wasn't as big in 2018 as it was in years past, but one game for your headset made it onto this list anyway. Beat Saber is 1 part Star Wars, 1 part rhythm game, 0 parts that one actual Star Wars rhythm game for Kinect. Thank God. Swinging your virtual lightsabers in rhythm with your favorite songs is actually really satisfying once you get the hang of it, and since you can add custom songs, Beat Saber is one of those games that has near infinite replay value. Sweet! I only wish that I personally had the stomach to handle VR games like this, cause the last time I tried, I vomited my guts out.
Number 8.
The first thing I learned was the name, Donut County. Okay, that doesn't really tell me much. What's the premise? Donut County is a physics adventure game where you control a hole in the ground. Stop right there. I've heard enough already. That is automatic Game of the Year material. But for real, Donut County is kind of like opposite Katamari. The more stuff you put in your hole, the bigger your hole gets. Absorb the right objects and you can make a hot air balloon lift up, or spin a chicken around, or get a rabbit orgy going in your hole. It's surprisingly hard to talk about Donut County without every other sentence sounding incredibly sexual.
Number 7.
The long-running Monster Hunter series has always been amazing, but one problem has plagued pretty much every entry. The learning curve is so steep that for newcomers, it feels like a straight-up wall. But Monster Hunter World was the game that finally broke that barrier down. And it's about time, too. A game that boils down to awesome boss fight after awesome boss fight deserves all the love it can get. Monster Hunter World takes full advantage of the power of modern consoles to make the realm of monster hunting the most open and gorgeous it's ever been. The thrill of the hunt is exhilarating, and when you finally down that beast, you'll hardly find a more satisfying feeling in gaming. And it only gets better when you play with friends. Monster Hunter World was so successful at bringing more people into the hunt that it became Capcom's fastest-selling game of all time. If ever a Capcom game deserved that honor, it's Monster Hunter World.
Number 6.
When it comes to 3D fighting games, Bandai Namco's got a pretty firm grip on the market. Thankfully, 2018's return of Soul Calibur was a tale of souls and swords retold once again. This was the reinvention the series needed in this new age of fighters. Soul Calibur 6 brings back the main cast as you knew them back in the days of the first entries, but mixes in some modern fighting game flavoring just to spice things up. Critical edges, the high damage super moves, are more beautiful than ever, but one of the best new mechanics is the reversal edge. Okay, I may be garbage at this game, but slowing down the action makes all those close call moments all the more nail-biting. But once again, the best feature in Soul Calibur 6 is the character creator for letting you make horrifying versions of anyone you can imagine. And that especially goes out to whoever made this version of Kirby. Thanks a lot, mystery person. I have not slept in weeks.
Number 5.
Even in a year when AAA developers brought their A-game, indie devs still killed it. but the top runaway hit of the year was probably Celeste. Indie developers making ultra-challenging platformers is nothing new, there's a long history there. But Celeste is something truly special. A game with this much wall jumping, air dashing, and precision platforming was always going to cause some degree of anxiety, but surprisingly, that's actually what this game is about. No, really, Celeste's story actually deals with panic attacks in a genuinely thoughtful way. And with 90 levels, a fantastic soundtrack, and a ton of replayability, Celeste represents some of the very best that indie games have to offer.
Number 4.
No game was on my radar this year more than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. A brand new single-player adventure, 103 stages at launch, more ways to customize the way you play, characters we've begged for years are here, characters we never asked for are here. In fact, every single character is back, including my frog. Oh, bless you, Sakurai, bless you! Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was this close to bumping Ultimate down on the list because the online was so frustrating at launch. But thankfully, a week 1 update made it much easier to find rule sets you actually want to play with. Even with that fix, Ultimate still isn't quite perfect. For example, I'm still not so sure I'm crazy about this strange new buffer system, but even then, it's so obvious that Ultimate tries hard to live up to its ambitious name. And the more I play it, the more I have to agree, Sakurai's latest game is a smashing success. Besides, I'm already resigned to the fact that I'm gonna be hooked on this game for the next half-decade.
Number 3.
It's been a long time since Rockstar let us roam the Old West. Like, way too long. But the wait for Red Dead Redemption 2 was absolutely worth it. So long as you can get past some occasionally annoying controls, you're in for one of the best cowboy tales in years. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if you were a fan of the last game's more cinematic moments, you're gonna love the sequel too. Plus, Rockstar took all they learned from GTA Online to let you form posses with your bandit friends in Red Dead Online. Well, they took some of the things they learned from GTA Online. I've honestly got no explanation for some of those economy decisions they made, but what I do know is that you can hog-tie people and leave them to die on the railroad tracks. That is the only feature I needed.
Number 2.
Back in 2004, I legitimately spent a full year swinging around New York in the Spider-Man 2 movie game. It was seriously that much fun to me. For years, that experience went totally unmatched until Insomniac Games knocked it out of the park this year. The PS4 exclusive Spider-Man featured a cool story, an open world, and lots of unlockables, but the real star here is just traversal. Just moving around the city is so fun that it kept me playing long after I had 100% completed the main game. Something that completely pushed Spider-Man over the top was the absurd amounts of polish in this game. New York is littered with Marvel Easter eggs, Spidey's got unique animations for just about everything, and the writing really makes you feel for some of these characters. It's the kind of runaway success that you know is gonna bring us a sequel. And when it does, I'll be ready to put it on that Games of the Year list too.
It's number 1.
On the surface, a father-son journey sounds like a major departure for God of War. And in the best of ways, it is. Seeing Kratos go from your typical angry dude permanently bathed in the ashes of his family to someone actually capable of compassion again was the God of War game we didn't know we needed until we first saw it. It went a long way to attract people like me who never really cared much about the series before. But diehard fans need not worry. While Kratos and his son Atreus venture through the realm of Nordic mythology, your ability to pull off impressive combos is not gone, but merely changed. The square button sort of acts as a dedicated assist button that lets Atreus jump in long enough for you to get that frosty axe swinging again. Satisfying gameplay, beautiful new worlds, interesting characters. God of War didn't just help prove that single-player games still have a crucial place in today's gaming climate, it came out on top as the best game of the whole year.
That's what you get!
For our secret number 11, if you love fighting games like me, and if you love Dragon Ball like me, then your wildest dreams came true in 2018. Dragon Ball FighterZ deservingly took the FGC by storm this year thanks to its incredible graphics, fun 3v3 gameplay, and buttloads of fan service. And by fan service, I don't just mean the attention to detail. I know you all had a thing for Android 21. Hey, no kink shaming here.